Hey yo, what's up y'all? DPD 19 back with another PSA return, and I already knew from the box that something went wrong, and I was like, fuck, not this shit again. And let me make sure there's no address on it. So I got this box, and you could see from the crease that it's probably jammed in there, whatever was in there. So I was like, all right, something's probably damaged. So a case is probably damaged. And the last time this happened, PSA was very good about it. Got it to me within a month. Whoever, this is a chunk of the plastic. Fucking little sword, basically. Not one, but two pieces. Two slabs got damaged. This might be from the same slab. But I was like, all right, well, there's some cards I don't really give a fuck. It's whatever. I can get it recased for free. That's fine. Can make a claim and I'll probably get it approved within 24 hours, ship it out, no big deal. One card I was like, all right, whatever, not a big deal. The other one I was going to sell, and fuck me, can't sell it now. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise. Maybe it's just going to be worth more when MetaZoo comes out in a month. I don't know. Not too stressed about it. It's not that big of a deal. It's just someone in the shipping department being a fucking idiot. Like, I don't want to hear nobody being like, oh, this is why PSA is terrible. This is why, can't trust them. Shut the fuck up. I'm not upset about it. And I'm slightly annoyed, but it is what it is. Like, it's just some dumbass in the shipping department. That's it. So the first card is a MetaZoo Possessed Aura. And you might be wondering which ones they were. This is one of them. The edges seem to be fine. I'll check it more in the light later. I'll check them all in the light later and kind of feel them. But this one more is, I don't even know if I want to send it out. It's just chipped on the top left. I'll probably just make a claim. If they accept it, cool. If not, I don't care. I'll just sell it as is. This one's definitely, it's not that big a deal. The slab is still in one piece. So, but we'll see. And then the other one, which kind of was annoying. We had a UFO sample playtester, PSA 9. Don't ask me how it got a 9. We're not talking about that part. I'll go into it, why it didn't make sense later. Just you can look at it and kind of see certain issues as to why it should have probably got like an 8. But got a chip on the top left, which sucks. And then you have the back, which this was just shattered. This is where the sticks came from. Those nice sharp edges. So I got to get this recased. So yeah, that should be the only two. And let's get to the PSA return in general. Now, let me preface with, I expected this to be a worse submission. I was submitting certain cards. This was my third time going through these playtesters to submit them to PSA. This is my third look through. And some people tell me all the time, they're like, oh, if you didn't grade it, then it's not a 10. That's not true. It can still be a 10. It's not a 10 for me to risk my money. Like, it's not a surefire 10 in my opinion to risk my money to grade it. It can still get a 10. And I'll show you proof of some of them still getting 10. Because some of them I took off of eBay. And some of them I just had in backstock that I thought were in 10 worthy 2 times. First one, though, I knew probably wasn't going to get 10. But I needed it in the 10. So we have Gargantuan Gliders, 2 per spellbook, PSA 8. And all the ones that I've seen, you might be like, oh, the centering's off. That's why. No, that's not the reasoning. God damn it. Got my grimy fingers on it. Actually, I don't think that's fully mine. Whatever. It's kind of hard to show, actually. Yeah, there. See right there? Those little, like, roller marks. I knew that was going to happen, or was probably going to get not a 10. But I was like, you know what, on the off chance I get a 10, I can add it to my PC. If it doesn't, it is what it is. Like, no big deal. I know it's not supposed to get a 10. Same thing with this next card. Let me put the 8 over there. Same thing with this next card. Shauna Hook, PSA 9. Had a chance for a 10, but it didn't for 2 reasons. One, see that line, the foil line? You can't see it at all in most movements of the card, but if you look at it in the light, you can see it. And like just the silvering in general. So this is on pretty much all of them. And then there's like a slight indent from the stamp. right there. So it's stupid hard to get a 10. And they have to pretty much just ignore those issues for most of them. And yeah, it got a 9. I already have it in a 10, but I was like, you know what? Let's just say screw it, try it. So there's an 8 and a 9. Then we have Van Meter Visitor PSA 10. I thought, you know, it was within 60-40, but we're pushing it. And it's still got a PSA 10. So very nice. And PSA, I don't know if y'all have seen, they're changing their scale from 60-40 to 55-45. So it's kind of controversial because Nat Turner had told, I think it was Catch 'em All Collectibles or somebody in DMs, that they had already pretty much been doing that. They just put it in writing now, which is a bunch of bullshit because that's not 55-45. I've seen the most off-center cards not be 55-45. They're not even 60-40, and they got a 10. So, I don't know. I feel like they might change it over time to where it's more 55-45 generally, but it's going to be hard to the people that have been grading there forever, like, to reteach them how to do it and what's, 10 centering. I think it's going to take an adjustment period if there is one. So Gargantuan Glider is another one, PSA 8, same issue. This next one I knew probably didn't 10, but I've gotten some with the same nick get a 10. So I was like, screw it, let's take the chance. Did not. I still need this, as well as Wolf Among Sheep in a PSA 10 for Dark Tower to finish it. I'm just going to wait until someone grades one at this point. Like, if I see a raw one, I'll buy it and try it, but it's probably not going to happen. At least from me grading it. And with Flame Tower, I have a couple at PSA. They are hopefully going to be finished from assembly soon and show me the grades. And then I can see if I finish my master set of Caster Cut PSA 10. We'll see. Next one was kind of annoyed by, honestly. Sample Dragon's Breath PSA 8. And I can't tell if that's on the slab or on the card. Might be on the card, actually. Yeah, that's a perfect diagonal. So I can see the print line. So it definitely didn't deserve a 10 if that's on the card. But when looking at the UFO, and I know there's like a slight indent on the back, this is a very clean card. It should have been a 9, in my opinion. So it sucks that it got an 8. But, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do with that. And then the other one that I had sample-wise, Bloodless, I figured it was a 9, off chance at a 10, but I expected a 9. Next one, I was surprised just because if I put a card in the back, that means that it's probably going to get a 10. So, sucks that that got a 9. Is what it is, though. I'm not going to crack and resub it. Most stuff I don't. It's not worth it. We have the Andy promo, PSA 9. So, have one in the PC for Raw. Actually, do I have a 10? I think I have a 10 as well. I'll have to check. I think I have a 10 of it already. But, yeah, we have a PSA 9, and then we also have a PSA 10 of it. So, that's pretty cool. Very nice. Then we got the Charnel House Visit, PSA 9. It's OC, so makes sense. Got a 9, but always nice to slab those. And then I don't know if I have a 9 up, so that might be for sale. We have the Levelin Rocket PSA 9 UFO stamp. It was pretty much a 10, if not for the slightest little white nick on the corner. So, like, screw it. It's as clean as it's going to get. It's centered good enough to get a 10. It's definitely off high to low. But I was like, screw it. Let's just try it. So, got a 9. Not too shabby. And then we have the grail of the entire submission. Just worth every penny of the whole submit. It's an expensive card. And I don't know if I'm keeping it yet. That'll probably be decided tonight. I don't know if I'm keeping it yet or I'm selling it. But we have the almighty Pube Squonk, PSA 10. And that is a long pube. Look at how long that bitch is. It's almost hopping off the card. My God. Someone has been drinking their milk. They've got a lot of calcium in them. I can't remember what causes larger pubes off the top of my head, but that's what I came up with. So yeah, we got the first ever and only as of right now PSA 10 pube squonk. PSA 10 squonk at all for second ed. So this is awesome. Piece of history, the first one. It's just a funny fucking me. It is awesome. So glad to see that. I'm looking, let me see the back. Okay, no, I thought there was some issue. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And like I said, you know, the 10, 9, and 8s, it's kind of dispersed because this was like one of those submissions. I just said, fuck it. We're going to see what happens. This one made no sense to me. I think all the rest of these got 10s. The gargantuan I expected 9s. Not 9s, 8s. So that was fair. I cannot figure out what's wrong with this card. This is my third time submitting it. This is the only time I am severely adamant it's not a 9. However, it's been graded 3 times. I must be missing something. Like, on the surface, I don't know. Like, the stamp pops out, but it's not like an indent. It just pops out normally because it's the playtester stamp. So, my God, that fucking case is scratched. Jesus Christ. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just that. I don't know. I looked up this card up and down 3 separate times. I don't see it. I don't see why it didn't get a 10, especially when I saw the other ones all got 10s. Spoiler alert. And they were my third time looking through the cards. So I don't get it. It is what it is at this point. I'll just have to buy a PSA 10 later in the future. It's whatever. I know one person has a fuck ton of them because I sold him a fuck ton of them. So he has a decent chunk of the pop for that. We have, though, oh wait, that one got a PSA 9. I forgot that one. PSA 10, Black Aggie, 1 per spell book. It's pop 2 or 3, I don't remember. If I sold 1 to a buddy of mine and I kept 1 for the PC, but PSA 10, 1 of 35, extremely rare. Excited to get that in a 10. Excuse me. And it will be for sale. This is the other 9 I expected. Lechuza, PSA 9. I do have a 10. It's extremely low pop. It is off center left to right. It's borderline 60-40. But I think what probably did it in mostly was the top middle. The like silvering. Where is it? Like it's like weird silvering on the top back of it. Like you can kind of see it. My camera's not really picking up well with the shitty lighting. But I got a 9. I expected it. I was like, screw it. On the off chance I get a 10, send it. Why not? We got some much needed ones. I don't think I have at least one of these in the collection. Hopefully, if I do, fuck. Then it'll just be for sale. Opalescent Moss, PSA 10. These are stupid hard to get into 10. These and the orbs for this and Seance are just a pain in the ass. So glad to see that in a 10. Hopefully I don't already have it. And we have Burning Spirit Imprint, PSA 10. Very, very nice. And I'm the only one that likes Aurifax and freaking orbs wants them in the 10. And then the last one, I don't remember. Let me use my other phone real quick. Before I give y'all fucking bullshit information that is not true, let's scan it. I think it's the only 2 in the pop? Or there's only 1 before this? Okay, I don't know if it updated yet. It says pop 2, so it's either pop 2 or pop 4. I don't know if it updated yet, but let me double check something. Yeah, it shows 2. Don't know if that's true or not, if it's 2 or 4, but it's the first 2 I've ever graded in a 10, and it took fucking a bunch of copies. I think 16 copies, good lord, of this card to find ones that have a chance at a 10. And this is my 3rd time looking through these. So I have Basket Ogress, PSA 10, side by side. Very nice. I did not have this in the PC, so now it gets added to the collection. The other one will be for sale. I'm very happy because this one was a pain in the fucking ass. This was annoying to get. So, very, very happy. So that's what it looks like at the end of the day. The 9 stack's pretty much level. Slightly lower than the 9. And we have the 8 over there, the Prism more. The 8's more higher than I'd like, but kind of expected that. So, tis what it is. Alright, yo, that should be it for this video. I don't know when I'm putting it out. Probably in like a week or 2, maybe. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what you thought of, the return. What was your favorite card? Did you, just bust a nut seeing that Pube Squant 10? Like, I'm gonna get all the bitches now, right? That's not how that works. You have the Pube Squonk, you get bitches. You get a PSA 10 Pube Squonk, you get all of the bitches. I'm gonna shut up now. Alright, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.